the Bible is the word of God. Winfred, what is your proof? Number one. Now, though the Bible is not a textbook on science, it contains remarkable insights that align with modern scientific understanding. Centuries before such concepts were formally discovered. Below are some few examples. Number one, Job chapter 26, verse 7. Job lived among the Mesopotamians, and it is believed that Job even preceded Abraham. This is what Job said in Job chapter 26, verse 7. He said, God stretches out the north over empty space. He hangs the earth on nothing. Aristotle, whom we have all read in school, said, it is utterly absurd to think that the world is spherical. Before we all religiously threw our weights to the intelligence and academic contribution of Aristotle, Job, who had never been to school, never sat in a classroom, never had a teacher, never had a formal education, never had a telescope, knew that the earth was round. How did he know? Oh, then they said that the church crucified Galileo for Galileo to say that the earth was round. It was because the church decided to support the scientific mind of the day. The Catholic Church believed that the earth was flat because the scientists said the earth was flat, until later they discovered through science that the earth is round. Inconsistency with the Bible. There is nowhere in the Bible that says the earth is flat. So on what basis was the Catholic Church saying the earth is flat? It was because they bought into the lies of the scientists. It is the same thing happening now, that human beings are from the apes and evolution and the rest. There are people who believe that God created the earth through evolutionary process. It's a very strong theological position now, because we are making allowance for evolution. There is no such thing as that. Also, he created the world in 6 days. They didn't evolve out of anything. It was created, called into existence out of nothing. This verse describes the suspension of the earth in space, an idea consistent with gravitational principles long before Newtonian physics. Number two, the water cycle. Job chapter 26, verse 8. I'm proving that if the Bible is written by men, at the time that they wrote these things, there was no way they could possibly tell that the earth was round. That's what I'm saying. It is only the Bible that says that one day this earth will end and men will be raptured and taken up. It is the Bible that says that a virgin will give birth, and there is no scientist that has ever come out that the virgin birth of Christ is a lie. No scientific book, because it was a truth that was established in that age. The Bible does not only talk about yesterday, it also talks about tomorrow. No science can talk about tomorrow. We are throwing a defense of the scriptures. That's what this book is about. I have written Christianity in Ghana. Why people are speaking that white people have brought Christianity to deceive Africans? What do you mean? Before that, white people came, and do you know what was going on here? Why are they not talking about that one? That we should rather continue what we were doing. Job chapter 26, verse 8. Give me the verse 7. He stretches out the north over empty space. He hangs the earth on nothing. Look at the verse 8. He binds up water in his thick clouds. So according to the Bible, water came out of clouds. Of course, that one is easy to observe. But how was the water formed? Is that not a good question? Job said, yet the clouds are not broken under it. Chapter 36, verse 27, he says, for he draws up drops of water, too, which distill as rain from the mist, which the clouds drop down and pour abundantly on man. What does that mean? This passage outlines the full hydrological cycle of evaporation. What is evaporation? He draws up drops of water. Draws up. Water doesn't go up, it comes down. But through evaporation, it goes up. Then the clouds pour down their moisture. That's condensation. Then he says, it distills as rain to the streams. That's precipitation. How did Job know these things? At that time, there were no aeroplanes to fly through the clouds. Human beings were not like birds. How did Job know these things? If Job was a man who sat down to confuse and deceive the world, how did he know these things at that time? I am proving that the Bible is not a book from man, and these are my reasons. Now, number two, the Bible and history. The Bible is historically accurate. The Bible is not only scientifically accurate, it is historically reliable. Despite centuries of scrutiny, every attempt to disprove the Bible and its historical claims has failed ultimately. Instead, archaeological discoveries and other historical research continue to affirm the Bible's credibility. Examples: the Bible proves that giants walked on this earth. when there was no scientific archaeological evidence. The Bible refers to the Nephilim and other individuals of extraordinary stature. Genesis chapter 6 verse 4 says it. Numbers 13:33. There we saw the giants. The descendants of Anak came from the giants, and we were like grasshoppers in our own sight, and so we were in their sight. Archaeological findings and ancient records have supported the existence of unusually tall people, such as the Anakim, the Raphaim mentioned in Deuteronomy 1:28, Deuteronomy 2 verse 10 to 11, Deuteronomy 21, Deuteronomy 9:2, Joshua chapter 11 verse 21, Joshua chapter 14. All of these accounts are not mere myths. They reflect real historical memory and realities. Dragons and dinosaurs. The Bible speaks of creatures like Leviathan and Behemoth, Job chapter 40 all the way to chapter 41, which scholars associate with descriptions of now extinct reptiles. The term dragon is used in older translations, and modern science has confirmed the historical existence of dinosaurs with the biblical portrayal of massive fearsome creatures that once roamed the earth. If you go to most museums in the world, you see the skeletons of dinosaurs. Before science ever dreamt of dinosaurs, the Bible had already written about them. The term dragon is used in modern translation. So when you say dragons, they say dinosaurs, because the Old Testament used the word dragons. The Bible is prophetically accurate. If science subjects the same scrutiny they give to the Bible to other religious books, those religious books would have died. Many prophecies have been fulfilled with astonishing accuracy. One of them is the formation of the nation Israel. Will a nation be born in a day? There is no word a nation has been born in one day. It was written in the Bible that one day we wake up and a new country has been born. Concerning the Jews, it happened live. 1948, after the Second World War. Prophets like Daniel, Isaiah, and Jeremiah foretold the rise and fall of empires with stunning accuracy. Isaiah 13, the fall of the Babylonian Empire. Daniel chapter 2, chapter 7, chapter 8 talks about the rise of Medo-Persia, Greece, and Rome, and how they will fall. Daniel prophesied that a kingdom will come that will be established and it will take over all the kingdoms of this earth. And in that day, that kingdom will come from the Son of God. That is now what we know as Jesus Christ. When Daniel wrote it, it was the Babylonians that were ruling this earth. But he prophesied how Persia would take over through Medo-Persian kingdom. These prophecies were fulfilled in precise historical succession. Even when this one dies, this one will come. That's what I'm calling the historical succession, aligning with secular records and archaeological findings.